Forsen.
What's wrong with homosexuality?
Well, if you encourage it and the rate goes up, people have fewer kids. I don't know. Did you do biology?
Well, no.
So
just to be clear, most gay people don't have kids.
That's the point I'm making.
Right, they don't.
So if all of a sudden you have more people being gay, which you do a lot.
No, you don't. People don't pretend to be gay.
Do you have the internet?
Huh?
I don't know. I'm not saying they're pretending. I'm saying you've got way more.
Yeah, you're gay, right?
Well, you know, we used to say that, but.
You don't think so?
Well, I used to think that, but all of a sudden you're having...
I think lots of people putting their hand up saying they're trans. That's a different issue.
Oh, it's totally different. It's not part of the continuum. It's not like gender isn't real. Actually, I can pretend...
But if you're gay, you're gay.
Well, you know, we were told that, and I believed a lot of things.
Do you not believe that?
Well, it's demonstrably not true because science tells us it's not true.
Do you think people are making it up?
I don't think they're making it up at all.
So what's your point?
I think that you can be moved in that direction through propaganda and pornography.
Oh, come off it, Tucker.
Well, then how do you explain?
Is there anything that would make you... Could I make you gay?
How hard do you want to try?
Not hard, I can tell you.
Good. That's the spirit, Piers. There's a limit. Even an open-minded man like you kind of hate the gays.
Could I make you gay?
I make a little gay joke, and you're like, oh, I'm not going to be gay. No.
Why are you using a gay slur? That's fine.
Well, first of all, the context matters. As I've told you, I mean, that's like coffee table conversation between the gays I work with at Fox. So if it's okay with them, it's okay with me. It's just it's sort of like it's sort of like racism. Only the whites are upset about it.
You don't actually think people can be persuaded to be gay?
Well, then why don't you explain the twofold or threefold increase in self-identified homosexuals in the United States?
I can. They used to be repressed. It used to be illegal in this country until the mid-60s. You literally went to jail.
So all through history.
Hang on. You literally were put in a prison cell if you were openly homosexual.
That was more here, actually. You guys did Oscar Wilde. We didn't. But you also.
Absolutely shocking.
Yeah, it was terrible. You ruled the world at the time, and now you're a joke, dependent on foreknown banks.
And you think that's because
but everyone's gay, so it's like a great trade.
So allowing gay people to be openly gay is why we wrecked our country.
Mocking masculinity is the fastest way to servitude.
Totally different
Ask any Pakistani. That's why I like the Pakistanis here. You talk to a Pakistani cab driver, and you're like, "Why are you gay?" And they will start laughing because they've watched the video, and they're like, "I'm not gay. I'm a man."
What's it got to do with masculinity?
Ask a single Briton, why are you gay? They'd be like, well, I'm not gay, but it would be okay if I was. And it's like, there's no masculine self-respect at all.
You're sounding quite homophobic.
I'm not afraid of gays at all. I'm just asking, actually,
you don't actually think they really exist by the sound of it.
Well, they exist.
No, but are they real? Is their sexuality genuinely
Are they sleeping with dudes? Yeah, big time.
Well, and women, are they attracted to members of their own
sex? Mostly dudes. The lesbian thing is...
This guy's kind of dense, isn't he? Like, he's not replying to any of his questions straight.
Way overblown.
Actually, there are a lot of lesbians.
How many?
I haven't counted, Tucker.
I love this conversation.
Not recently.
This is so great. You're going to get so fucking arrested after this. It's going to be unbelievable.
No one's arresting me.
Okay.
No one's arresting me. But I'm just curious whether you think that gay people actually are gay, or whether you think they've been somehow turned.
For the third time, I think it's completely sincere.
Right.
Completely sincere.
So what's your problem
the question, I'm not saying I have a problem with it. I'm merely saying you get fewer children when more people are gay.
No, you don't.
Well, actually, you do.
More people aren't gay. Just more people are able
you don't
to admit they're gay.
Oh, but hold on. You don't get fewer. Well, hold on. Wait, stop. Okay. Was it like 30% of the population always, like in Roman times? For about 30%, would you say?
I'm just saying.
No, it was like this is.
The falling birth rates have nothing to do with
if you have
gay
more
people.
If you have more gays, do you have fewer children?
We don't have more gays.
We've got
what is adoption?
No. We have more people who are not afraid to say they're gay.
They're letting their freak flag fly.
They are actually gay, Tucker. They just haven't been able to admit it.
So why isn't that the case like in Asia?
What do you mean?
I don't think there's no Asian country, and they're not all like putting gays in jail. Malaysia might be. Korea's not. South Korea. Why is
adopt from who? Straight people.
Rates so much lower than yours? Japan, same.
Because culturally, it is not a thing.
So it's genetic. You think it's genetic?
No, it's cultural.
No. People become gay.
The last World Cup.
Wait, but how do people become gay?
Let me give you the World Cup is coming.
Why is he saying that? He's the one saying that you cannot become gay. And he's asking him, how do you become gay?
About soccer?
I'm telling you why.
I want to talk about the gay thing.
I'm telling you why.
How they become gay? Why are you gay?
1 in 4 countries in the last World Cup actually outlaw being homosexual. It's
Why
common
would
offense.
women
Do you
want
think
to
that's
birth
right?
more children for homosexual couples?
We should care.
They
Okay, I
birth
really care.
more
You
children
can
with or
people
without
arrested for using the
homosexual
word faggot. That's
couples.
who I feel
They
sorry for. This
birth
chick
way
from
too many.
Britain.
That's why there are
actually
people
feel very exercised about that.
Yeah, she's in Great
adopting,
Britain. She's not in
right?
some primitive
Because
theology.
there are a
Someone's
surplus
exercised
of
about
kids in
people being arrested
orphanages.
and put in prison cell for their sexuality if they're gay. Why do you feel as angry about that?
Because it's not my culture. It's not my country. It's not.
Come on.
Why not? I'm not for arresting any. I'm for arresting very
You
few
think
people.
people should be arrested for their
Of
sexuality?
course not.
What? So you agree with me?
You're talk about okay. I will not, as also a talk show host. You're not going to get me off my path. And my path leads to this question: how do people become gay? Why
they don't become gay?
What are they born gay?
Yes.
How does that work?
They're born gay.
How?
They have a sexual attraction.
No.
to their
I
own
understand
sex.
the manifestations, the symptoms.
The symptoms.
Yeah, the symptoms. The symptoms of my
They're born gay.
Okay. So that means it's
You may
genetic.
not want to
That means
acknowledge that.
No, I'm just asking
or
how it
believe
works.
that.
So there's a gay gene.
You said you worked with lots of gay
No,
people.
hold on.
Right.
There's a gay
Did
gene.
you not have this conversation with actual gay people?
Yeah, a lot of them say I got molested, that's why I'm gay. In fact, a really good friend of mine who's gay said I got molested, that's why I'm gay.
Forsen is
No, I don't think
literally a
But I am
strong,
wondering, I don't know the
healthy,
answer.
stunningly
But I would say
the
handsome,
absolute
but what is
vast
the-
majority
highly
of gay people are
intelligent,
gay because they are actually
optimal
attracted to women of their own sex.
heterosexual
but again, that's a
male
Period.
that's a
It's a
specimen.
natural thing.
You're not let's just do science for 30 seconds. Of course you're right. That's the definition of gay. I'm attracted to someone of my same
But do you
same
believe
sex.
that?
Do I believe that they're attracted to people from their own
No,
sex?
yes.
Well, obviously they have sex with them.
Okay.
So that's what attraction.
So what's the big deal? Why do you care?
My question, because the self-reported incidence of it has risen. So we were told 30 years ago, and I have a good memory, it's about 10%, but the actual
Because people were being mercilessly mocked for it.
listen. Then, but the self-reported rate was like 5%, then it's 10%. Now it's like 30%. So my question is, were they all born that way?
It's not 30%. What the fuck is this guy? Where's he pulling his stats? This guy's absolute fucking retard. Holy shit.